Thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Welcome back! You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, Buddy Hollywood Home on a Budget. We're just about ready for our final Community Spirit Squad screening, helping you get in touch or back in touch with your communities, big and small, through a myriad of fun activities. It's time now to rally around the filmmaking community, specifically the community that creates and services independent cinema and art house pieces. The creators who realize their vision to a successful outcome, the financiers who bring them mainstream success, and the fans who bring them sentimental success. Film festivals are a great way to do all of that and much more. There are many film festivals well known and underground across this country and around the world, but here at TSR, I hold a soft spot for the Sundance Film Festival of Sundance and Park City, Utah, created by the late great film giant Robert Redford, who passed away this past September at the age of 89, fittingly in Sundance, Utah. So yeah, this will be a little awkward and bittersweet to do. Here you see a man dragging a giant strip of film reel across a snowy way to make his way to the 2005 Sundance Film Festival, of which I have the official program here, purchased for $2 at Book Barn in Denville. Appropriately, it's the second Sundance Film Festival program I purchased and reviewed. The first one, the 2008 edition, will be linked downstairs. We start, as many Sundance Film Festival programs, all of them really, often do, with a welcome letter from Sundance Institute President and Film Festival founder Robert Redford. We keep losing the good ones, don't we? Henceforth, this video is dedicated to him. He also served on the Board of Trustees. All listed right here. After a word of thanks for all the sponsors, and a few more welcome letters from Sundance Film Festival directors and government and tourism officials for the state of Utah, we get right to the good stuff. The films! All divided into these contents, and there are plenty of chapters in here. I'd say they start from the premiere section on page 81 all the way to the Sundance Online Film Festival on page 222. With a brief primer on some of the filmmakers represented in these chapters. Afterwards, you'll learn all about panel discussions, film workshops, Q&A sessions, and even a music cafe. See us who perform in between screenings at the Sundance Film Festival. We got a good many movies to highlight, so let's get started with Happy Endings. From writer-director Don Roos, a wildly original and supremely self-conscious comedy with Tom Arnold, Jesse Bradford, Bobby Cannavale, Laura Dern, Maggie Gyllenhaal, and Lisa Kudrow. I want you to pay attention to that name, Lisa Kudrow, because there's another Sundance Film Festival screening that was supposed to be included in here that featured a fellow Friends alumni, but is surprisingly, shockingly, annoyingly omitted from this program. I'll tell you what it is afterwards. This, by the way, was screened on opening night in Park City. Every film featured in here, from Happy Endings to Layer Cake to Enron, the smartest guys in the room, in the American Documentary Competition section, to Hustle and Flow, and many, many others, feature a brief review from a journalist or Sundance Film Festival critic. They tell you the directors, producers, writers, actors, etc., running time, location, filmmaking equipment used, the Sony Handycam in the case of Enron, the smartest guys in the room, corruption agreed at Enron, photographed by Alex Gibney, and the dates, times, and locations for each and every screening. For Hustle and Flow here, from screenwriter-director Craig Brewer, I'm sure you remember this one with Terrence Howard, and the Academy Award-winning song from 3 6 Mafia, It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp. Yes, the Academy doesn't discriminate when it comes to, marquee songs for any film. Even hip-hop, which is kinda cool. Grizzly Man is in the World Documentary Competition. It's from renowned filmmaker Werner Herzog. It's about a guy named Timothy Treadwell who wanted to live amongst the grizzly bears of the Alaskan wilderness. He and his partner, Amy Huguenot, paid the ultimate price for their devoted years of study. And it's all captured by Werner Herzog. Their work and legacy, not the actual ending of their lives. I don't think the Sundance Film Festival appreciates score. Speaking of which, if it's done artfully well, they can have some wiggle room for that in one of their screenings, right? That's where Wolf Creek comes into play, the Australian horror film, which features 3 road trippers facing off against an evil specimen that's not really a wolf. They're gonna haven't seen it. Dimension Films will later release this stateside. This is from director Greg McLean. And it's in the World Dramatic Competition. By the way, this also highlights some of the awards that are up for grabs at the Sundance Film Festival. I doubt Wolf Creek won much of anything. The Emperor's Journey is in the special screening section. The Emperor's Journey, later renamed March of the Penguins, of which I have the soundtrack. Link for that is downstairs if you want to see the review. Narrated by Morgan Freeman, directed and filmed by Luc Jacquet. Academy Award winner for Best Documentary Feature. Nice throwback. And quite a real serious dating game for penguins. Well, at least one of the scenes is, anyway. In the Animation Spotlight section, I'm pretty sure you've heard of the film 9 from Shane Acker. A rag doll must face the monster hunting his brethren and stealing their souls. In 2009, this was later adapted into a feature-length film produced by Tim Burton, with themes by Danny Elfman. Maybe I should look for the soundtrack. Anyway, live-action, animation, comedy, drama, mystery, suspense, horror, romance. No discrimination, or little thereof, when it comes to artfully produced films at the Sundance Film Festival. In the American Spectrum section, High School Record from Ben Wolfenson. High School Record is an almost real-time piece about the trials and tribulations of high school life, mainly in the romance department, but there's a lot more to it than that. If it wasn't, you probably wouldn't see it at the Sundance Film Festival. They're not going for any One Tree Hill style feature-length films, are they? Then again, if the creators of that so are willing to make a feature-length film and scale down the nonsense a bit, maybe they can have a shot in a few years down the road. The Joy of Life in the Frontier section from Jenny Olsen, a queer filmmaker, documents love, lust, and suicide in the city by the bay, San Francisco. In Holland County, USA, a part of the Sundance collection, this 1973 feature, which won director Barbara Koppel an Academy Award for Best Documentary, you see miners of the Eastover Mining Company going on strike, refusing to ratify a contract with their union, the UMW. Barbara Koppel documents their plight and how they interacted with each other when the strike commenced, and how they finally found a way to move forward. In the Sorts program, please turn your attention to, at the time, America's Biggest Dick, Dick Cheney, telling the truth to director Brian Boyce. Oh, Dick Cheney, rest easy, sir. There's a new Dick in town messing everything up. His name needn't be mentioned. You probably saw him on NBC. The last film to highlight here is a rather questionable one. Then again, it was placed in Park City at midnight for a reason. Dirty Love, which was held by then-couple John Astor and Jenny McCarthy. Jenny McCarthy played Rebecca, a girl on the verge. Actually, infiltrated emotional meltdown. Losing the love of her life and trying to make it big in Hollywood, finding the career of her dreams and the white pony, a new love in her life. Jenny McCarthy at the Sundance Film Festival. In America, anything is possible. For the record, I don't have a thing for Jenny McCarthy per se, but as I said, there's little to no discrimination on what type of films get screened at Sundance, as long as they're done well and have a unique, particular point of view that's not really explored amongst the mainstream artists. Oh, and by the way, as you're seeing here, there's a healthy amount of advertising and congratulations from businesses big and small in the world of filmmaking, digital, analog, print, etc. Now, as for that one movie that I mentioned that's not in this program yet was selected to screen at this year's Sundance Film Festival, the 2005 edition, that would be this. Also purchased at Book Barn. November, a psychological thriller about a photographer who tries to piece together the murder of her boyfriend in her own way. And that would be Courteney Cox. This was selected to screen at the Sundance Film Festival. You see that here? Does it lie? Official selection 2005, 2 thumbs up from Ebert and Welper. I expect no less for the love of my life right here. Courteney Cox. And yet, the film's nowhere in this guide. Nowhere in here is it mentioned. Not even her name. And yet, in the first film we highlighted in this review, they didn't even bother to add a picture of Lisa Kudrow. So not only do they snub my Monica, they also snub Phoebe. And I know, Monica and Phoebe are from Friends, but you never forget your roots. So inconsiderate. So unacceptable. I mean, if I was a fair and objective when it comes to doing things outside my repertoire, I would give this nothing. But I can't do that. So, as with everything else throughout this week, 4.5 out of 5 claps for what it does accomplish. To be a timeless piece of filmmaking nostalgia and a grand look at what's to come. For the old faces trying new tricks and new faces mastering the old tricks masterfully. The sun still dances, the snow still sprinkles, and life keeps living. It's only when God says cut on a life well lived that we stop being storytellers and let the legacy start telling itself. Robert Redford now dances with the sun, the biggest star in the galaxy, and the biggest stage to do it. Wish you were here. That we do, Robert Redford. That we do. And hopefully the 2006 program will wipe the wand and feature my dearest Courteney and November, which you will be seeing down the line. Only time will tell. But for now, that's a wrap for this week. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.